flying drones since the Phantom 1, and I've been flying drones since the Phantom. I've been filming with drones since, I've been filming. Okay, this is a reshoot. That footage you just saw a second ago was 3 days ago, and I'm back out here. I put on the same clothes because I did such a poor job of explaining this video the first time through. Please subscribe. Like I was saying, I've been flying drones since the Phantom 1, and all of those drones had a course lock / headless mode. I could never figure out a use for it because it just didn't make sense to me. In case you're not familiar with course lock, let's just say you want to fly the drone on a heading of 290. That sounded a lot cooler than I even thought it would. Niner. So you want your heading 290. Essentially what's going to happen is if you push the stick forward, no matter which way you orient the drone, it's always going to go in that heading. No matter what, the drone is going in that heading. You can manipulate the drone back and forth, up and down, but it's always going to travel on that heading. It's a geeky way of flying just in one direction. Does that make sense? We had a dolly sitting on a track, and we were pushing this dolly along the track, and as we were, let me see, get a visual going. So we were pushing this dolly on the track, and as we were pushing it, the camera operator was manipulating the camera, but the whole time, obviously, the camera is stuck on this track. And it occurred to me, course lock is a dolly setting for your drone. You lock in your heading, which is like the track for the dolly, and then as you push the drone forward, you can manipulate the camera. See where I'm going? It is actually raining right now, which is why I'm under the minivan. So let's cut back to 3 days ago. I have no doubt that this probably already occurred to someone else. My learning curve tends to be a little bit shallower than modern society. The footage that I'm able to get with course lock at altitude gives it a look like it's being shot from a helicopter, which I think is kind of hard to do. That worked pretty good. Normally, if I'm turning the camera while the drone is flying, it's changing its course. It's making the drone fly on a curve, which starts complicating things really quickly. I'm able to manipulate the camera now because I know the drone's staying on that line. Alright, this may not be news to anyone but me, but because I do this for a business, I always love finding techniques that allow the final product that I put out to look more expensive and higher production-esque. The name course lock I think is a little misleading. Some other drones call it headless mode, which I think is more accurate because the drone doesn't necessarily lock on course. It locks on a heading. Wind can and does blow it off course, which is annoying. So if you are flying near objects, be aware that wind will affect your proximity to those objects. With course lock, as long as you know which way you're going, my brain can now concentrate more on camera movement without having my attention split between camera movement and keeping the drone flight on course. I apologize for not having anything cinematic to film. It has been raining non-stop for 3 weeks. It might help if you imagine that the sun was just right and I have beautiful actors walking through the scene. If you're watching and you've been playing around with course lock for a while, put it in the comments. I might have some questions for you. Well, that was another great flying session. Got some really good footage. I'm gonna tear down the Phantom while you go and subscribe. I know there's another guess as much for you, but I hope